Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. Right, for today's video, the beer is courtesy of Billy. Thanks much, Billy. I really appreciate it. It's a Firestone Walker beer. Actually, the glass is also courtesy of Billy. So it's 2024 Into the Starkness vintage. It's number one. Bourbon Barrel Aged Baltic Porter, 12% ABV. I don't know if I've ever had a Baltic Porter from them. Let's see. Straight out of it, I'm just trying to find. Here we go. Straight out of Venice, California, comes Into the Starkness, a barrel-aged Baltic porter conceived at our Propagator R&D brewhouse. The journey of Into the Starkness began when we brewed and lagered a special batch of porter at the Propagator, creating an intensely dark and remarkably smooth base beer. We then trucked the beer up the coast to our main brewery in Paso Robles, probably mispronounced that, where it was racked to 8 bourbon barrels for a full year of aging. The result is a masterpiece of Baltic porter goodness, displaying flavors of roasty malts, milk chocolate, toffee, and dark rustic grains. This beer now or cellar in a cool, dark place between 45 and 55 degrees. It was in my beer fridge for 2 weeks at 50 degrees. So I was just doing a bunch of stuff, and I'm realizing I didn't need a sweatshirt on. And I'm going to regret having one on, but I'm not going to refilm that intro. All right. There we go. I love this size tasting glass. So I'm starting this pretty early in the afternoon on a day off. So I'm excited to kind of sip on it for a few hours. All right, so let's see. Anything worth saying? I guess not. Everything I already said. So, yeah, it's black with a little bit of brown, about quarter finger of a head. It's a mocha color, pretty compact bubbles. Let's see about the aroma. Roasty, but not quite full-on smoky. Definitely chocolate. Faint espresso beans, a little bit like vanilla. The bourbon comes through nice, which is cool. Yeah, definitely a super awesome roastiness, which, yeah, like at times goes more that espresso bean route, sometimes more that chocolate route. Smells awesome. Let's get into the glass. Cheers. Thanks again, Billy. Hope you're doing well. Yo, this is really good. Wow. It's got some sweetness to it, which really balances out the alcohol dryness and also the roastiness. Just like the aroma, that roastiness is definitely there in the taste. Wow, that is... They like complement each other. The aftertaste is very espresso, so I'm glad I picked that up in the aroma and I'm getting the taste. It's not even coffee specifically, it's espresso specifically. Dark chocolate for sure. I mean, about as roasty as you can get without me wanting to start saying smoky, so like very roasty beer. Bourbon comes through. I don't get oak specific, at least not yet. A little bit of that vanilla that I was getting the aroma too, which is always pleasant. Before the bitterness and the roastiness kick in, the chocolate's more of like a chocolate syrup, but then the stuff kicks in. And at times, it almost has like that Russian Imperial. Not that this is super hoppy, but almost like if I was doing this blind, I would probably land on a Russian Imperial Stout, barrel-aged, not Baltic Porter. Because it has the way that roast and whatever hops are in here are kind of melding together and working together. What makes me kind of think, yeah, Russian Imperial Stout, which is cool. Just as I'm trying to think, like, what's the difference between a porter and a stout, a Russian Imperial Stout versus a more whatever kind of stout. Yeah, it's interesting. Man, this is awesome. A little bit of caramel, that sip with everything else. Slight raisin. What were their tasting notes? Roasty malts. I mean, roasty again, like it's as roasty as can be without going to smoky for me. Milk chocolate, I go darker than that. Clearly, although initially yes, and then all that other stuff kicks in. Like their milk chocolate, when you first taste it, I'm saying chocolate syrup, but I totally get that. Toffee, I think that's my caramel. Dark rustic grains. I get that, but I wouldn't. That's not a descriptor I use. Like I don't say that. My mind doesn't go there often, or ever, to be honest. But like, yeah, it's dark grains that made it this beer, So like, kind of a given in my opinion. But I get it as a tasting note. Yeah, this is awesome. Man, they do Baltic porters really well, apparently. And maybe you guys can correct me. Have I had a Baltic porter from them? Is there one that they like have mass released that I'm forgetting I've had? I don't remember a Baltic porter from them. But anyway, have you ever had this beer before? Baltic porter from them? Different Baltic porter? Drinking something completely unrelated you want to tell me about? Anything, everything? Comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews, both those places. Please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.